Today I'm going to show you the biggest track I've ever made, over 50 tracks, so it's EDM style, Illenium, feature bass, all that kind of jazz. Got a really good video for you guys. I'm just going to walk through every step of the process. How's it going? Jacob DEWITTY, JacobDEWITTY.com. Here to make music with purpose and take songs from idea to reality. Before we start, I do want to say we hit 200 subscribers. Super grateful to you guys for that. Appreciate all the support. Really helps out the channel, helps out my career. I'm going to keep making videos for you guys. So I'll walk through everything we have. Let's go ahead and close the folder so it looks a little less crazy. First, we've got the piano chords. That's the bass line for all my songs. I always start with the chords. Then we've got like 10 vocal layers. Then we've got 6 bass layers. Okay, and most people don't even layer 2 basses. So producer gods might come down and strike me on the head, but I'm an EDM, so I can do whatever I want. Now we have about 10 layers of synths, like 5 pads, instruments, lots of drums, lots of snare layers, risers and effects, fills, classic. So let's hop into it. So of course, just the chords. So super simple. And then, but we're gonna build a crap ton of stuff off of that. So we'll go ahead down to the drums. So of course we've got to have a super thumpy kick. So we'll start with that. Now layer that with a top kick, which basically just, there's a little hi-hat in there. So layer those two together, it sounds pretty nice. Now we move on to the snares. So as you can tell, got a crap ton of snares. Go ahead and zoom in on this. So I had a bass snare. That's like the base of it. Reverb. Short. White noise. Little tambourine. Trap snare. Hard. And all these, I'm just naming these off of how they sound. So these aren't super official titles, but it'll kind of help you find what you're looking for. So you layer all that together, you got to make a beat. We're going to add a crash in there with the kicks. Add a down lifter. And of course, with the arrangement, we can add a bunch of different percussion and all that kind of stuff. For now, we'll move on to the bass. Actually, we'll move on to the vocals. So first, we've got to find a good vocal. This is going to be the main vocal we build everything off of. That's the little female chorus.
You got me flying high, high above the sky.
Alright, and then I recorded my own little versions here on an AT4050 actually. Pretty nice mic.
You got me flying high, high above the sky.
Yeah, definitely working on my range a little bit, but yeah, we did the best we could. Then we have some other males. They're actually super high, pretty good.
Whatever you gave, can I take some more now?
And then this one over here for the pre-chorus, it's gonna be a splice little loop right here.
Tastes like poison, but I still drink it though.
And finally, we chopped up that female chorus that we started with to make a little intro with a vocal chop. So all you got to do is drag that into Fruity Slice X or whatever sampler you have. It'll chop it up, and then you can arrange it how you want. You can tell a lot of reverb and a lot of delay, but with everything else, it'll sound good, trust me. So that's the vocals out of the way. And of course, so we've got the layers, got DEWITTY vocal. I sing a little higher in this one. Then we have the male lead, female lead, vocal chops, vocal ad-libs, vocal left and right. So just hard left, hard right panned. Then you got vocal harmonies, another vocal harmony. And this one, all I did was pitch my vocal like an octave higher. So that's all the layers there. Next we have basses. So this is my favorite part. I usually don't layer basses. Usually it's just a bass guitar or synth bass. This has 6 bass layers. So trust me, I thought the producer's gods were going to strike me down, but we did it anyways. It's EDM and we can do it. It's freaking awesome. So first, we got synth bass. This is my favorite bass right here. And just some sub. Then nasal. Kind of nasally, kind of weird. But then punchy bass. machine. I call this one noisy. So all together we have. Oh, I messed it up. So that's all the bass layers. Now I move on to the synths, which is basically just electronic instruments. That's what I call them. We've got a bunch of synth chords. So first, this is already just chords. Let's see what this sound is. Nice little pluck. Then you have cloudy. I called it cloudy. That's panned a little to the right. EDM. That classic lead feel. Got pluck. Little shorter pluck right there. Some mallets. Distorted piano. Some more of an electronic piano kind of feel there. White noise. Just straight up white noise, yeah. And then big chorus chords. So that's panned a little to the left. So I kind of, how I pan these, so obviously there's like things that match up, pan left and right and all that kind of stuff. So all together, that's going to sound like this. Nice, nice, nice. And then of course, the soft sections, we gotta have some nice pads. So, or anything that kind of sounds, you know, atmospheric. So Rhodes, classic. Some airy. And of course, marimba. And then E-piano. If you're wondering where I'm getting all these sounds, so we've got Flex, that's FL Studio kind of thing. We've got Serum, which I bought recently. Serum is awesome. Also Splice presets, stuff like that. So yeah, I've got a crap ton of sounds that I can choose from. And then we move on to the instruments. So strings like orchestra. And some brass. Okay. I like that, I like that. So, yeah, and then of course, let's hear how all of that is a lot, but it'll sound good when it comes together. So next, finally, we've got to arrange this. So, we start with the vocal chop. And then the verse, we want to go to a little soft. So we're gonna add some rim shots instead of all the snares. And I kind of like it to rise into the rim, so I kind of like that. Then we have, of course, into the chorus, we gotta have a build. Let's see how that goes here. Let me go ahead and show you something as well. We could change the theme if we want. So I have multiple different themes. This one's gonna be dark red. I like this one. Just keep you guys entertained real fast, you know what I'm saying? Change the look up a little bit. All the tracks. So yeah. We're gonna add some downlifters. Add some little fills and weird kind of things. Build up. You got me flying high. So yeah, I had a lot of stuff in there. So we had different vocal layers, had some synth bass, and then it all cut out into the chorus. So that's that, and then we have to make a bridge. That's kind of the final thing we're doing on time. So yeah, let's make a bridge. So we have a different
I'm falling into pieces.
nice vocal harmonies.
Lost, can't seem to find my way now.
Strings and blah blah blah. So yeah, you get the gist on that. So yeah, of course, we've got intro, verse, chorus, bridge. Then we kind of had this build up back into the final chorus, which I added like shakers and a bunch of other stuff to make it bigger. High above the sky, you got me flying high. And I layered even more of my own vocals in that final chorus. So that's all of that. We get into mixing. So 50 tracks, mixing is key. So as you can tell, this is just my template that I made myself. So I have the drum bus, we have the perks and effects, the bass bus. So it's all organized right here. I can see it perfectly. As you can tell, I have things panned left and right, so it's not all in the center on top of each other. Of course, I use gain staging, especially with the synths. Synths have to come down a lot, but you want to make sure you hear everything as well. So even the basses can't all be straight up, or else it's just going to be bass. Drums, of course, we've got compressor on the drum bus, some saturator on the kick, some soft clipper, snares, hi-hats. I like taking a little of the high end out of the hi-hats. I just like a little less high end in hi-hats. Crash, drum set. Of course, fruity. So we have it side chained, of course, to the kick, as you could tell. Then we have blood overdrive, so that's distortion, some compression. And yeah, you can pretty much get the gist. Some EQ, my vocal chain, really simple one here actually. Simple, just compressor, EQ, reverb, delay. Might add some more stuff here, but for the most part, that's everything.
You got me flying high, high above the sky. You got me flying high, I won't ever come down. You got me flying high, high above the sky. You got me flying high, I won't ever come down.
Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys watch this video next, and I'll see you there.